Hi lovelies, I am back with another video. I hope you guys are doing amazing in mind, body, and spirit. Today's a new day. Take a deep breath in and let it go. So, today's message is regarding the importance of not focusing on always being right. Okay? Hopefully I didn't lose half of you. Just wait for me. Bet on me, bet on me. Let me explain. Okay? So, we are obviously always going to come across people that's how they function, is needing to be right. Okay? But there are pros and cons for that as well, right? A pro could be like somebody standing their ground about something they believe, and that's admirable because they have the strength to do that, right? But there needs to be time and place when to do that, excuse me. So a con could be someone choosing to live like that, of like what I say is right, what anybody else thinks is wrong. Is that person, that individual can be portrayed as a close-minded individual, right? And it could be that they don't like change. It could be they're used to thinking the way they think. So if you were to present a new idea, they're like, nope, I know how to do it like this, and this is how I'm going to do it, and that's it, right? So those would be the pros and cons regarding it. Why I am bringing this up, okay, it's because I was on the phone with a homegirl of mine, okay? She and I were having deep conversation that was so meaningful, and those are my absolute favorite. I don't know why the hell my mouth gets watery. Sheesh. I should get a candy or a cheek clear. I don't know. There's a Starburst right here. Hold on. There you go. Every time. If y'all know why that happens, please tell me. So she and I were discussing the importance of how everybody has a different outlook. Half of you are not gonna like that I put this candy in my mouth. I'm sorry. The other half is gonna be like, no, I want one. Sorry about that too. Anywho, okay. So we covered a lot of ground, right? I have known this beautiful lady for quite some time. She has basically seen me grow up. And she is one of the few people that I still keep in contact with from when I first moved out here to the IE. Now everyone knows where I live. The IE. Anywho, and that means Inland Empire, in case you don't know that. I'm in California, in case you didn't know that. Okay, so she and I covered quite a bit of ground. We were catching up, and she pointed out the fact that we tend to clash on certain subjects, right? And in her nature, she tends to back away when that kind of stuff happens, right? But something that I pointed out to her is that I love that we never allowed our differences to make us hate each other, right? We function so naturally to where we reacted to these differences in a healthy manner. We weren't at each other's throats, even though we stood our ground about our standpoint, right? We just knew when to drop it, right? And so it wasn't so much so that we felt like, oh, well, I'm right or I'm right, right? Vice versa. It was, oh, well, this is how I believe in, how I view it. And then she would say her standpoint. And so I told her I loved that we never allowed it to divide us or to make us be rude or mean or anything negative towards each other. We would just choose to give each other space to regroup or whatever, have time pass. Mind you, I'm gonna be honest, okay? I don't remember half of the differences that we had, right? But I do remember that feeling of like clashing and then we drop it, and then I do remember that. But the point that I'm trying to make is that if you know somebody, right, that is like this regarding them feeling like they need to be right in everything, I'm going to teach you how to cope with someone like that, because it can be quite difficult to function with an individual like that, right? Because it could almost become draining. So when you guys are talking about something, right? I don't know, I'm just trying to think of some random thing. So look, I have these right here. So this is my earring, right? See how it has a red spider? So one person's gonna be like, both earrings have a red spider. Both of them have it. Right? That's gonna be the, I don't want to call them stubborn, but I guess partially stubborn. And they're gonna be like, yeah, because that's what makes sense. And it is that, and there's nothing that could change my mind, right? While the other person is like, no, both earrings do not have a spider. Only one of them does, and that's okay, right? But the first individual is gonna be like, this is absurd. This is not okay, right? So the person that thinks this is okay for there to be only one spider needs to not argue with the person that's like, they both need to have a spider. Nah. Just try to understand their perspective. They're used to things being a certain way, and when they're not, they flip. It's pushing them outside their norm, outside their what they're used to, right? So instead of choosing to bash them, put them down, argue with them, just be understanding that in their mind, it doesn't make sense that both earrings don't have a spider, that only one has a spider. And just move forward. Because you obviously know that trends are different, blah, blah. But again, you need to keep in the back of your mind when someone is coming at you some type of way, standing their ground, not willing to hear you. Don't waste your energy with that individual on trying to cram something into their mind when they're not willing. They're not. The gates are closed. Their mind is made up. So why keep banging on this gate that's like, no, I think this way and that's all there is to it, right? There's no point in arguing with someone like that. Mind you, my friend that I was talking about earlier, she and I were discussing this, that it's fascinating, right, to us that we recognize that there's people like that, right? And it can get pretty bad because the person that is not willing to be open-minded, right, they can create a division between friends, family, co-workers, wherever these people are. It can create a division of like, they don't want to believe what I'm saying, or they don't want to stand by me, and they're gonna split off, right? And it's unfortunate that it's way more common than people are willing to talk about. But the reason I want to bring it up is because I want us to learn to cope with those people, to avoid the division, avoid the conflict, avoid the negative energy, right? Because it's honestly not important to always be right. It should be more so shifting focus to, we all have different perspectives on situations, on a lot of things, right? And it's okay. It's perfectly fine to have different outlooks on life, because that's what makes things interesting when people come together and they share their standpoint on certain things, right? So that's basically my message for today, is to avoid conflict, right? You need to realize when to fight battles and when to just let things go, because they're not worth the fight. Like I said, the individual that's not okay with both earrings not having a spider, let it be. Let it be. Right? Because it's not worth it. Oh my gosh. So there's a phrase, okay? There's a phrase that I somehow made up, okay, within myself. And I've said it before, but it's perfect for this, because when two people have different standpoints, right, and they're standing their ground, and that's perfectly fine too. That's acceptable, because we all have our own voice. We all have our own perspective. But this phrase, okay, are you hearing me? Open your ears. This is major. When two people come together and they have a different stance on something, and they're gonna stand there, they're not budging, you need to say, and I promise you, this will be your answer to help you transition out of that conversation. Because I don't even want to call it a conflict, because it's not. You guys are just discussing something, you both have different opinions on it, and that's okay. So this is what you're gonna say. Are you ready? You got your pen and your paper? This is what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, that's why you are you and I am me. Did you hear that? One more time. That's why you are you and I'm me, and that's okay. It's okay for us to have different opinions on things. Please try that. Try that and let me know how it goes for you, because I promise you it will work. Now, if they begin to get upset, which they shouldn't, because there's no hostility in that. That's you stating that I respect what you're saying, and I hope you respect what I'm saying, but we're not going to see eye to eye about this, and that's okay. We can drop it. That's the end of that conversation. What was it? That's why you're you and I'm me. I can't wait till you guys try it out, because trust me, I've used it and it works. It works. So that is my message for today, that it's okay to come across people that don't have the same opinion. We all have different opinions for different reasons, different upbringings, right? So we're bound to disagree. And so this is my solution of agree to disagree, right? There's that whole phrase. And so that's where I came up with that phrase of, that's why you're you and I am me. And that's end of discussion. And that's okay. We can move forward. You both said your piece, and that's all you can do. It's okay. I'm so excited. I really hope you guys are able to use this information to benefit you, to help avoid conflict or any negative energy, because that's ultimately why I'm on here, is because I want to help you guys to just maneuver different and have these things that I'm showing you guys in the back of your mind, so that when the situation presents itself, you think of my voice. Like, oh my goodness, Yvette said this. Lovely said to try this. I'm here right now, and now's the time to use that wisdom that she shared, right? So I'm so excited, because you can use this phrase at any age with anyone, okay? Whether it be teacher with student, mom with daughter, dad with daughter, anyone. This thing is universal. You hear me? Let me see if I could translate it. So lo que estaba yo diciendo ahorita es de que cuando la gente tiene dos diferentes opiniones de algo, ¿verdad? So estaba usando el ejemplo de que si alguien que piensa que los dos aretes tienen que tener una araña, me acordé de algo. Es que mi niña, cuando tenía 2 añitos, le estaba enseñando yo la lotería, ¿verdad? Y no podía decir araña para nada. No podía, ¿verdad? So decía una araña, a spider. So mejor lo dijo en inglés. So me acordé ahorita. Ok, regresando al tema. So, alguien que no le gustaría para nada usar aretes de que no tiene los dos la araña, es un tipo de persona, ¿verdad? Y hay gente, y esta persona es como de mente cerrada, ¿no? Y hay gente que estaría bien usar los aretes con que solo tenga una araña. Y eso es gente con la mente abierta, ¿verdad? Entonces estoy tratando de ayudarles para poder comunicar mejor con esa persona. Porque no tienen que estar gastando su energía en cosas de que Si los dos piensan diferente, ¿para qué seguir con ese tema? No hay razón para eso, ¿verdad? Estoy tratando de enseñarles la frase que les acabo de enseñar en inglés. Y es, that's why you're you and I am me. Por eso mismo, tú eres tú y yo soy yo. Y eso según te va a ayudar a dejar el tema ahí. Para que no estén, no peleando, pero discutiendo, perdón, del tema que no van a verlo igual. ¿Me entiendes? Trata de decir, y cualquier persona puede usarlo. Una mamá con una hija, un maestro con un alumno. No importa la edad. Porque no es algo que estás diciendo que es falta de respeto. No. Solo estás quedándose de acuerdo que no van a pensar igual de ese tema, ¿verdad? Entonces, por eso vas a decir así. Vas a decir, por eso tú eres tú y yo soy yo. Porque eso está diciendo de que tienen que respetar uno al otro como piensen, a pesar de que sea diferente. Porque nadie es igual. Todos piensan de una manera dependiendo de cómo los crearon, dependiendo de qué han vivido. Son diferentes cosas. Entonces por eso me alegra mucho de que me acordé de esta frase, porque yo la he usado y me ha funcionado, pero a lo máximo. Entonces yo deseo de que ustedes la traten de usar y ahí me avisan si les funcionó. Ahora, tienen que asegurarse de cómo lo vayan a decir. No sean sangrones con la frase. Tienen que decirlo bien. De que, ok, te entiendo, ¿verdad? Porque miren, al fin del día, la gente solo quiere que alguien los entienda, que alguien los escuche, que alguien los acknowledge them, que les den how the heck do you say, like recognition, que reconozcan lo que hayan dicho, y por eso esa frase funciona, estoy diciendo, para evitar pleito. Porque eso es otras cosas que estaba diciendo yo, de que yo vengo y hago estos videos para ayudarles a que no pasen mal tiempo, ayudarles en que si llega un momento de que lo que esté explicando ahorita les pasen a ustedes, se van a acordar de mí, van a tener lo que yo les estoy enseñando en sus mentes, diciendo, Lovely había dicho esto, debería yo de tratar lo que ella ha dicho, ¿verdad? Ahora, tengo que decir siempre que yo no soy profesional. Yo solamente les estoy enseñando de mis experiencias, de lo que yo he aprendido. Y les deseo lo mejor. Yo vengo aquí para traerles buena energía, que no se sientan tristes, solos, malos. No. La vida es muy corta para gastarla en malos momentos. Right? So, what I was saying is, I don't want you guys to waste time on negative energy, negative moments, right? Life is too short. And so I come on here with the energy that I do so that I can help you guys avoid any negative energy, right? So that when you see it coming, because we just talked about it, you'll know how to handle it before it comes. Because then this way you're not dodging it, but like avoiding it from coming. No. You don't need to bring that energy over here. Negative energy is not allowed. You know? And that's all I desire for you guys, is to be happy, to not feel alone, to feel loved and cared for, right? This is why I come on here. So I hope this helps at least one person, and I would look forward to hearing back any feedback you guys got for me, because I'm really pumped about this one, because I've been wanting to kind of elaborate more on it, because I've used the phrase in other videos, but I never talked about like how it came about or how to use it, or you know, my reasoning. And so I'm excited that I was able to make that happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or night whenever you decide to watch this. And please make sure to like, subscribe, and share for me one time. Let's spread this positivity, this better way of living, right? Let's come together, even through our differences. Okay? Talk to you guys later. Bye.